First, everyone able to open the file? Okay.
No, there's something like run all करके नहीं है.
That is also available. I will just.
File दोबारा से upload करना पड़ेगा.
Means जो आपने download किया. हाँ, that file is required ना.
Because otherwise it was giving me error.
Because that.
You run all the things, na, so it will automatically be designed.
If that file available in the same location, it will take automatically. Because now my file is available in the PWD. So now what I need to do? Click on kernel, and here option is available: restart and run all.
Restart
and run all.
Restart and run all.
So when you click on restart and run all the cell will automatically run.
It says, "Are you sure you want to restart? To restart, run all cells, right?"
Yes, yes. Now all the cell will run automatically. But if you get any error, then it will stuck. It will not run all the cells. Means if any error is present inside the code, in that case it will not run. Means suppose by mistakes here something is written. Means you have total 50 cell. Okay, at a means 20 location you return wrong code. In that case, all the code will not run. It will stop at a 20.
Graphs and all are gone.
No, everything I am getting now. I just.
Those small ones that
it will take time.
So we should use the same old one.
Same old one, yes. Because there are some still there are some cleaning part is remaining and transformation part is also remaining and that is standard normalization is also remaining. So that we will complete. Discuss, okay, and as well as data.info, it will give the entire information about the data set, how many total number of entry and even the column name, and with respective how many non-null value, means how many actual entry present inside that particular column, that you can see with the help of the data.info. So that part we discuss. After that you need to check the data type is proper or not. So sometime because of that some text data, like in the month you know that all the data is the integer, but one may present due to that it shows the object type, even you can see here. So first you need to check type of the data. If type of the data is not proper, then you need to change the type of the data also. So before that just we did the analysis how to do the descriptive stats for the numerical data, for the categorical data that we discussed, and type of data. After that how to change that type, means here temperature C that I want to change into the float type, so that we can do with the help of the PD to numeric. If you want to change the data in the category type, then you need to write that particular column name dot as type category. If you want to change that particular data in integer format, so that also be done. I think as type only we use as type and int. Okay, so after that how to remove the duplicates that we discussed. So their data dot duplicates will give the true false that type of the output. When you pass this entire thing into the data, you will get where duplicate data is present. So that is the 157, that is the duplicate present inside your data set. So you need to remove. So how you can remove data dot drop duplicate. Okay, and you can remove that duplicate also. So after that drop column, if you want to drop, and means sometime the duplicate column will be present, so you can drop that particular column. Sometimes the same temperature is present in degree Celsius, in degree Kelvin, so you can remove one column. Okay, so that you can do. So how to do that I already discussed in the last session. Data dot drop and write down that column name, and you want to delete the column, that's why I written here access is equal to 1. If you want to delete the row, in that case you need to write access is equal to 0. Okay, so now after that, okay, how to identify the null value, that data dot is null, that will give the means output in the boolean, means true false dot sum. If you do, then you will get the all null value present, means inside the column how many null value present inside the ozone column, inside the solar, that you can see with the help of this line of code. Okay, after that you can make the means pictorial, means in the graphical way how to means represent this null value, that you can do with the help of the heat map. And here data dot is null you need to pass, and it will give the idea how many null value present in pictorial way. Okay, then box plot to identify is there any outlier present inside the column or not, that you can check with the help of the box plot. But again it will help okay, if there outlier present, then we need to go for median. So that's why I taken the median here. If there is no outlier present, then we can take the mean. So here no outlier present in the data solar, so that's why I done the imputation with the help of the mean. And there how to do the imputation, just you need to write fill na. In that case it will fill the na value. Okay, then data dot is null dot sum, again you can check, and there is no null value, but in temperature C null value is present, and that I fill with the mean. Okay, so that you need to check is there any outlier present, then go for the median, and if no outlier present, then you can go for the mean. Mean means with the mean value you can replace that none wala means part. Okay, and how to identify the mode that we discuss, and that mode imputation we done in the categorical type of the column, that is the weather is the category type of the column. So in category type of the column we can identify the mode, because their mean and means median is not possible, right? So mode is how to identify with the help of the stats library, means scipy is dot stats, so that we done in the previous session. Okay, and that mode we imputed, and after that we got the miss data, there is no missing value. Okay, and what you need to do after that, you can check is there any correlation present between the this variable, that you can check. Just you need to pass data dot CORR means correlation, and you will get the entire output. So here this is the output, and with the help of that you will identify is there any multicollinearity present or not. So when you means when you want to make any model, that time what is the condition? Means model means what you want to predict your dependent variable with the help of independent variable, right? So there is the condition when you make the model, their relation between the independent variable should be weak, and relation between the independent and dependent variable is strong. That is the requirement. Okay, so sometime if ozone, and there is a, just assume that one temperature is given as a degree Celsius, one temperature given as a degree Kelvin. So can we consider both as an independent variable? No, because if you even see means if you see the correlation, you will get the correlation approx 1. Okay, so both are highly correlated, means both are duplicate. You need to remove any one. Okay, so that you need to do before means go toward the model making process. Okay, so in many cases this is the same, but sometimes what happens? Okay, means when you make a model, so sometimes independent variable is means there you will get a strong correlation like 0.9, 0.95. In that case you need to drop one, means any one, means A and B both have a highly correlated independent variable, any one independent you need to drop. How you will drop? Means you need to see now A has a relation with the your dependent variable is suppose 0.9, and B has a relation with your dependent variable is 0.8. So you will select 0.9 wala, and 0.8 wala you will drop. Then you can make the pair plot. Pair plot is the same, means correlation, but here we try to visualize with the help of the some scatter graph and the histogram. Okay, so here you can see this is the graph. The first graph is nothing but ozone, between ozone and ozone. So like that you can see means the relation between the variables that you can check. Okay, so I think this all the part we discussed, and now we will go for the transformation process. So any doubt? Okay, so now means what we done, we have the data. First we need to check, okay, is there any null value present or not, and you need to do the some imputation technique that you can do with the help of the outlier. Outlier present, then replace with the median. If outlier is not present, then replace with the mean. If categorical data, then replace with mode. So that what we done. Okay, and we remove the duplicates. If duplicates present, then how to remove that also we discuss. How to rename the column, that also we discuss. So these are the all the things you need to do when you will get the data. Okay, now means when we go for the model making process here, what is the name of the data? I think DF, na data only I written. Okay, so data means this is my data. Okay, and now here ozone, solar, wind, temperature, month, day, year, and weather. Okay, so when you make the model, so that time this text data is not means considered by the machine always consider the numerical data. So you need to convert this data also in the form of the numerical. Okay, so how to change this particular data into the numerical format? That is nothing but you can say the some transformation process inside the data. So now we will go for the transformation part, and even you can write here transformation. Okay, the first one we will go for the dummy variable. So we need to create the dummy variable, and why we need to create that also we'll discuss on dummy. This one also you can change as a markdown. Okay, okay,
So can you just give me a minute? I'm not able to download the file only. I've done one now.
okay.
It was in content, but then it disappeared. Does it disappear normally the file?
No, you can means you need to run the entire code again.
Yes, but the file was in content.
Okay, okay, that will be means again you need to upload, because that is temporary available. If you want that particular file permanently, then you need to upload in your drive.
No, I put in the drive. Now what to do?
So you need to mount that drive. Means click on that drive icon.
Sorry.
Not in the transformation code. Two hashtags.
Yes.
Two hashtags.
Access,
How many is that?
remove the access. Hello.
Transformation.
It's in.
दो hash के बाद वो करो. Space. Hash के बाद space. दो line. नहीं आ रहा है. एक तो आ रहा है. एक तो आ रहा है. हाँ hash. Transformation code. Click hash. इसमें अभी तो बहुत लाल है ना. Out of that. Yes. Something like that you said to do. And then a two line will come. Yes, correct. One, yours is also an option. I think this also works. Let me see. This is a little different. It's the same. But and then we say we want to code. And then you have to go here. It's not code, it's a text. I don't write the one last time. Then rather go to text.
Here,
Okay, paste that thing. हाँ ना अभी मैं भूल गई Thank you. ये जिंदगी ये स्पेस और हैश में निकल जाएगा. स्पेस हैश ब्रैकेट कर्ली ब्रैकेट
here and now again you can run it.
This is just a kind of.
No.
You marked it as a.
If any error will come, I will
Don't run it.
now again here.
You error that one. It's not a Python language.
C is present at 10 location. We remove that. In this location data that one C is present at a 10 position. Okay. So that is the error. You pass this as a comment. Just one. So that must be checked. That error. After that you want to look at it. This particular location C is present. So that we remove in the next one. It will take some time. I can work on this data. You can. But first, this first that execution is done. Then give me everything is working. So start from your transformation. Yes. So what I have to do, I have to type data. Now you got the data. And then after that, now you can do. So now the class. Dummy variable means there is this category type of the variable that I want to convert into some numerical form.
Okay, so now what we need to do in this particular data set, there the last wala column there some text data is present, and that we want to change into the numerical format. So that's why we need to create the dummies. Okay, so first we need to check, okay, where this is the entire data set, and here this is the problem, right? So I will take that particular column only. Okay, so that column I can take with the help of the square bracket, and you can pass the name. You will get the weather related data only. Okay, so now here this particular data I want to convert into the some means numerical form. Okay, so how we can do that particular thing? So first pass PD, and PD means your pandas library. Okay, dot, and here when you means get dummies, that is the actually code. So when you press the tab, you will get the means both option means get dummies, you will get. Okay, just press the tab and you will get the entire means text. Okay, now I want to create the dummies for what? So inside the data means for this particular entire data, there I want to create the weather wala column. Okay, want to convert into the dummies column, you can say. So what is the name of the column? First pass the entire data, then write the columns is equal to write the name of that particular column. Okay, so what is the name of the column? Weather. So write the weather, and now just see means before assigning and before the updating your data, just see it is proper or not. So now earlier only one means column is present, that is the weather. Now it is converted into the numerical format, and weather C means what? Here if it is present, then you will get the 1. If not present, you will get the 0. So 3 column will be created. Weather, only weather. Earlier in weather, what the thing is present, you can see this is the data. Weather there means text data is present, S, C, PS. So that we can't use for them. PS. So now what the thing? 3 column, one for the weather C, one for the PS, one for the S. Okay. And now if C is present, it will pass the 1. Okay. Here C is not present, so 0 I'm
It
getting.
is actually converted again into different columns, but with 0 and 1.
0 and 1 because your machine can read the numerical data only. Even you can do the analysis, that time it will read only, even if you want to make a model, so that time it will read the numerical data only. So this is the one way you can convert the data into the numerical data, categorical data into the numerical data. We can do.
Get dummies does what?
It-
Creates dummy albums, dummy columns or something for that data.
So these are the dummies column, you can say now means 3 dummy column is created
So
instead
then
of.
we get dummies for the weather column. And
Yes.
It will put 0 or 1 wherever.
Now you need to apply one logic. Okay, here means okay, that is the means in when you go for the model making process, suppose there is the gender is available and there are female and male available. Okay, so you can convert that into the 2 column, one for the male, one for the female. Now when you go for the analysis, only one column you need to use. Okay, because the next you know that keep
0 1 है तो ये नहीं है तो वो है फिर.
that is the means
In this case there are 3 categories.
3, so you need to consider 2. Means if both are 0, then obviously that is
the
that.
one is 1. But then how we use that in our data analysis?
You need to drop this anyone you need to drop.
Okay.
And during the interpretation you can say because both are 0, it means
one
third.
is 0 and 1 is 1. So we have to do this kind of both I take, one is 0 and 1 is 1. So see for example, one first shows us like weather is present, weather is. So I need to drop C and PS. So I have to do like
No. Any one column, entire column you need to drop.
Yes. How do you decide?
Just assume any column you can drop. Means now I drop. It's just assume that last wala column is not present. Now if both are 0, it means what? The third wala present.
Okay. Across the rows, only one will have a value.
So just try to understand with two categorical, means there are female and male present. So if I pass 1, it means it is a male. Correct. If I pass 0, it means female.
1, 2 means 1, but if it's 3 then.
3 then it 0 0, then obviously the next one will be the value is set.
Whether has to be there. So if towards 0 means तीसरा option positive रहेगा. So whether is तीनों 0 नहीं हो सकता.
तीनों 0 is not. तीनों 0 means missing value present there.
It is missing value.
So that you need to handle before, then only you can go for this particular thing. Okay. So now you can see, okay, it is better, so you can assign this as a data. First you need to check, then assign as a data.
I'm going to copy that full line and redo it at the bottom because then I can see the difference in the data.
Yes, means even no need to check, means because already we run now here data means this one. After that I just run this particular line and I think, okay, it is a proper, then assign, means if it is proper then only assign to the data. Okay, so this is the one part you need to do when you will get some categorical type of the data. You need to do the data transformation and you will get the dummies, you can say in short, dummies column. So there is the your call means n minus 1 in short you can do, means if total number of the category is 4 then 3 you can make, if 2 then you can make 1, like that. Okay, one is okay. So now this the next part is the feature scaling that we will do. Feature is nothing but your independent data only. Okay, feature scaling. Feature means in machine learning model x1 x2 x3 independent data, independent column is nothing but the feature. Okay, and what you want to predict, that is the label. Okay. So now feature scaling. Here what the thing, okay, I will change this as a markdown and feature. Okay, the first, what is the thing, means when you want to again, means as we seen the some data like salary as well as the this number of PhD pass out and number of service given by the professor. So number of service given by the professor as well as the number of PhD pass out, that is the small scale compared to the salary. Because of that some noise will be created, so you need to change all the data in the uniform format. Okay, so how you can do that, one is the, maybe you aware about that, the normalization, means we need to normalize the entire data set. The second part you can do, convert the entire data into the Z score, that is nothing but the standardization. Okay, but this particular part you can do with only your independent variable, that you need to keep in mind. Okay, dependent variable you need to consider as it is, because you want to predict that particular, means suppose salary is the dependent, you want to predict the salary na, so there is, means there no need to do the any, means standardization and any normalization, because that is your output. Okay, but you need to do the feature scaling with respect to your independent data, means you can say feature, or you can say x1 x2 x3, that you need to change into the standard scalar, but y will be as it is. Y is equal to mx plus c, means y you need to take as it is, x you need to convert into the standard format or into the normalized form. Means suppose there is the one is the just I take the example, one is the pH value, that always you will get 1 to 14. One is the temperature, means oven temperature, suppose, so there is 1700 degrees Celsius, 1500 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that means now because of this unit change you will not get the proper result and you are unable to predict properly, so you need to convert both the thing into between 0 to 1, between some value, some small value. We will do now, suppose this is my same, yes, but sometimes people want to convert between 0 to 1, that is the normalization. Is that is Z score, that will help to identify the outlier. If Z value is greater than, means plus 3 and less than minus 3, then you can say that is the outlier. So both the way you can utilize. So now this is the data. Now you can see here in the ozone the value is 41, 36, 12, like that. Here the unit is again different, means unit difference obviously you will get, and here 190, 118, so it is bigger value. In wind all the value is 7 to 12. Here you can see again the value is higher. Okay, so now I want to change this, means the data in uniform format. Okay, so one I want to change all this feature between 0 to 1, that I try to do, and after that I try to convert this data into the Z score. Both the thing we will do. Okay, so this is the data. Now I try to do the normalization. So even I will write here normalization of the data. And okay, so from there is the one sklearn library, so you need to call sklearn library. So sklearn, okay, when you type the sklearn and press the tab, after p press the tab, you will get the pre-processing, I think pre-processing, and there you can import mean max scalar. Okay, so mean, and just press the tab, you will get the entire thing, mean max scalar. So maybe you will get the error. In that case you need to install the scalar. If you get the error, scalar is not defined, just type mean and press tab, it will automatically be. In min max m is capital. नहीं आएगा mean max scalar.
M capital and then rest.
So it cannot find for me also.
Scalar P process.
Normalization. Okay, so now this is your means import mean max scalar. So this is the function. Just copy this mean max scalar, and this is the function. So now I will give the name of this particular function as a norm, and even you can write the normalization also. Okay, so this function I will use. Okay, now what is the thing? I want to convert this particular data, means whatever the name is the data, right? So that I want to convert into the normal scale. So okay, so what I need to do here? So with the help of okay, there is okay. This is a function, right? So norm. If I take the norm, okay, dot, what I need to do, if you press fit actually, so F and press the tab, so fit transform is available. Okay, so when you click on fit transform, and inside this particular function you need to pass the data, okay. And now if you see, now all the data is converted into the standard scale, but in the form of the array means what, this is the first means you can say array, already I discussed when we talk about the this means excel file, it is a 2-dimension array. So here you can see there is the 2 square bracket is available. This first square bracket is nothing but the first row, then again second row, then third row, like that entire data is present. Now what you need to do, we need to convert this thing into the data frame. How you can convert? With the help of the PD. Now in the form of, even we discussed the data frame is nothing but the 2-dimension array only. Now you can convert this particular thing, but what is the requirement? When you do the normalization, all the data should be in the form of numerical data, then only you can do the normalization process. So that's why I converted that categorical data into the numerical data, and now I try to do the normalization process. Okay, now this is the 2-dimension array, and I want to see this particular thing as a data frame only, means you can say I want to see this data in the form of this. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to convert this data into the data frame. So there is the option available in the PD dot, here data frame is available. When you press the tab, you will get the data frame option, and what you want to convert into the data frame, this particular data, now the data is available in the data frame. But again, the feature name is not present there. They by default given 0 1 2 3 4. So I want to pass the feature name also. Okay, so how you can do, now you can see in each row all the data present between 0 to 1. Earlier their unit is different, now unit is same. All the data you will get between 0 to 1.
The same table which was on the top. The table headers have also become
so this now that I will convert. They by default given the name is 0 1 2 3. There I will pass. Now I will pass the column name also. So what I need to do here, before doing this particular operation, I will create one cell above with the help of the A. And now what I need to do, this is the data, means original data. Okay, not converted because I not passed. So this is my data. And how to see the columns? This is the column. Huh? Outside, when you go outside and press A, it will create now. One sec. So this is the column name. Okay, this column name I want to pass here. I don't want to see 0 1 2 3. I want to pass the name. So what you need to do here, means after that you need to write columns. You need to say, okay, this is my columns. Columns is equal to what? This is the column. So pass this name. 1 minute. Now you will get, now all the data is in the form of this, you can say normalized data. Now every data you will see that is in between 0 to 1. Yes. Okay. So we have original data that I will put as it is, and this data name I will give STD underscore data, because this is the normalized data. So, and norm underscore data, like that I will norm underscore data. So this is the one data. Now if you want to see what is the normalized data, you can see, okay, this is the normalized data, and there everything is converted between 0 to 1. So this is the one way to convert the data into the means uniform scale. In short, you can say like that. One more way, that is the standardization, that also we will do. Okay. So now, how to convert the data into the standard format? So again, with the help of the this sklearn library only we can do that particular part. So I will write here standardization or standard data. Okay, in short. So now here you can again call sklearn. Okay, in sklearn again I need to call the pre-processing. In pre-processing I need to import standard scalar. Okay, so standard, and press the tab, you will get the standard scalar. So it will convert the data in the form of the standard scale. Now same way, this particular thing I will save as a function. So this is the standard scale. Okay, I will give, and now I will save this particular thing as a STD. Like earlier I save the function min max function as a norm, I will save now this one as a STD, means a standardization. Now what you need to do, the same thing what we did in earlier in the normalization. STD dot, what you need to do, fit transform. So fit and just press the tab, you will get the fit transform. Okay, what you want to convert into the standardization data, you will get the data in the form of what, 2D array, in the form of 2D array. Now if you want to change this particular thing in the means data frame, so what you need to do, we need to pass into the data frame. So PD dot data, and just press the tab, you will get the data frame. And now this entire thing I will pass inside the data frame. Assume that this is the single variable. Okay, and that I want to convert into the data frame. Earlier it is in the form of the array, now I converted that particular thing into the data frame. Now what is the next point? There is the column name is 0123 that I want to change with the column name. So how you can change? Just write the columns is equal to what is the column name? So that is the data dot columns. Now you will get means data you will get in the form of the Z score. So here you will get the data minus means generally means minus 3 to plus 3. But if you any data will get minus 3 means less than minus 3 and above than plus 3, that is the outlier. Even people consider because 95% confidence you will get minus 2 sigma to plus 2 sigma. So you can consider means any value more than 2 and less than minus 2, that is also you can consider as outlier. You can remove.
How do we check that, sir?
That condition based we can write. Okay, that also I will tell.
So one thing when we are doing like the case, okay, if it's in like uppercase and lowercase whenever there is a problem, suppose we don't remember what is the data frame is D is uppercase.
No, that you need to remember. D capital is required.
And it's the same thing.
Just type capital D and press tab. Entire thing will come.
Suppose we don't remember the D is capital.
Then no, you need to remember.
So how do we remember? Suppose these are the things that you are teaching. Something different if you're trying always something how to get.
So what? Okay, in that case, what you need to do? Suppose you unable to recognize, then PD dot and press tab. All the option will come. So in D, what are the option is available? So maybe it is available or not. Let me check. Small D, these are the options.
Capital D.
Just press, and now if I press the capital D, so you will get this option. Okay, and if you want to explore entire thing, then press tab. There at D, what are the thing is present? You can see. Get D, date time as well as the data frame. All the thing in data frame, D is capital. Like that you can see.
And few errors, if you can tell us, like attribute error comes in what is the name, and name error comes in where to see. Like when we were doing, I was doing this, D and F was small, it was showing me attribute error. So that means I have to make it some changes in the.
There means the key name means some you can say case sensitivity. So you may be written capital small spelling mistake in short you can say.
Spelling capital all this is attribute.
That attribute. And if you made any mistake with respect to the comma and colon, then you will get the syntax error. And value error. Okay, that okay. We will face that time. See.
I faced that mistake.
Value error. That is means maybe that text data is present. That's why.
You got the same thing that is you're saying that of that properly.
So you need to convert. Means there it shows C, na C value error. So it expects all the data should be present in the numerical format. So you can check. And what is the next? Unicode error means you need to pass small r or you can change the slash. That option is available. So that means slowly with practice you will get the idea.
Because after the sessions when we do it, we'll start with that.
Okay. Now standardization is done. So in this, okay, I will save this data as a STD. STD means standard. I will give the some name STD underscore data. Now this data is the standardized data. And now if you want to check, okay, their outlier present or not present or whatever. So here in this data, STD data. Now you need to write STD data greater than 3. Okay. Now you want to see only means this condition in the entire data set. So what you need to do STD underscore data. There you will pass this particular condition. This is the one way. So now why I'm getting no 1 minute STD. No. All pause. Okay. Only standard. So DF. True where I'm getting the true that I want to see. Okay, all three is not possible. Data. There. No, greater than. In ozone I want to see. Let me check. And that I will pass into the standard data. So if you see there is a 2 value present in the ozone, like that you need to check. Okay, so like individually, and there we can write the for loop that I will explain when we go through the loop also. So that means it will pass first ozone, then it will pass solar. Like we need to write the one loop. So greater than and two condition you want to pass, like one is the greater than and second one condition is what less than -3, right? So now if I pass this one and less than -3, this is the requirement. So now what is the error? A scalar 1 minute. Okay, in that case again शायद से 2 है ना. STD data. Okay, two condition how to pass I need to check. शायद से small से work करना चाहिए. Let me check. Okay, two condition you can pass like that, but greater than 3. And I return ना or actually required. What? कहाँ पे आ रहा है? 1 minute I will check. Okay, thank you. Okay, two condition actually. Okay, less than greater than. That's why. Okay, I think. क्या हो गया पहले तो था recognize numeration. और वर्क नहीं कर रहा. I think and ही वर्क कर रहा है. But okay. Okay, I will. Two condition we can pass. Okay, that I will tell. Work
Where you define the standard data, because I think I missed that point. You have defined standard data somewhere.
I define this one.
Standard data is equal to data frame. I see.
Yeah, I will miss this one. Okay. So now here what you need to do. One is requirement is like that. I want to add whatever the data is present. Even when you see in the Excel file and even in your CSV file, all the data is present in the 2-dimension array. This is the 1-dimension array. Also, you can say when all the data is numerical format. Okay. So now here in the all data, I want to add +2. Means here I want to convert this particular thing as a +2. Here also. So one way what you can do. I create one cell. Okay. So what you can do first here at A. What is the thing at 0th location? I forgot to run this. Now it will work. 0th location. What is the thing is present? 2. So now this 2. There, what I want to do? +2. I want to do with all element. So what if I do +2? Then what I will get? Now if I see what is the A? 4. So I want to do this thing with all data. It is a very means time consuming. So that's why you need to use the for loop. I will delete all this part and take A only. Okay. Means individually it is very means time consuming and it is not a good means proper way. So what we need to do? We need to write one loop. So there is a for loop. In for, I just assume x. X is just assume that any value. Like just assume x is the 2 in the first condition. Okay. In A is the your data set. Means A here written that is the list. Okay. The x in A. Now what I'm writing print x plus 2, just assume that. Okay, so what it will give the output? Now you can see first one, it will add first what it consider 2 in A, then it will add 2 plus 2 is 6. Actually again I need to run. Now it will work. Okay, so 2 plus 2 is 4. The next 3.4 plus 2 you will get. So it will run continuously. Means what is the point? 1 minute, I will try to explain here. First it will consider the 2, x is equal to 2, and you will get the answer 4. Then again it will go here and consider the next number 3.4, and you will get the 5.4. Okay, again it will consider the next number like that. So it is a means repetitive task, and you can do this repetitive task with the help of the for loop. Means same thing you want to do with the all data, then you can use the for loop. Okay.
But why would I do it?
Sometimes repetitive task I need to do, na? So there I can use the for loop. Like here 2 addition, here 2 addition.
I'm just trying to think of the real life application.
Real life means many times. Okay, we have a data set in the one column. Okay, real type one. I try to take one example. Suppose if I take this is the A, na? 1 minute. I will create the another list B. So B, and there some data is present 2, 3.4. Some this data also present Boolean data. Complex data B also present 4J, and text data also present. Now I want to see there many data is present. I want to see what is the type of the data. So I will not miss do individually. Individually it will take a lot of time. Okay. So what I can do, I will write. Okay, this is the B. Assign. Now what I can write? 4 IX. Anything you can write. Okay, IX. So any word you can write here in B. And now what I want to see? Print type of I. Okay. And that is the you can write here some hard coded also. Okay, like type for I. Okay. 1 minute comma. Here also you need to pass a comma. Now you can see first is the integer, 2 is the integer, 3.4 is the float. Like that you can see. It will help when you want to means same type I want to see for all data. So you can do that type of the thing with the for loop. Okay, there is the while loop is also okay. That also I will discuss. Now you understood, na? Okay, the next is a small part we try to do with the while loop, and then function is also okay. That part also we will discuss. So what is the while loop? Mm, hmm. So suppose again I will give the okay means user will feed the data, and that data is restricted with the integer, and I will write like while the x value is greater than 0. Okay, in that case what you need to do, okay, reduce that x with the 1. That is the one condition I just write. X is equal to 1 minute. X is equal to, just write x minus 1. Okay, so it will reduce x, means suppose if you pass x is equal to means 10, so it will means first it will pass as a 10, condition is satisfied, that 10 will be converted into the 9, and again it will go inside, 9 will go and convert into the 8, it will continuously run. Okay, and now I just want to print x to print x only. So suppose sometimes someone say print 100 to means 100 to 0. So in that case you can use this type of the thing, and even in the practical life also you will okay that suppose if I write 10, so what is the output? 10 9 8 7 6 5 like that. Why? Because first it is a 10, then what is the x is equal to x minus 1 assigned. So now that 10 will replace with the 9, then 9 will replace with 8, 8 will replace with the 7. All the thing I want to print because that is the present inside the print, means inside the while loop. If I put this particular print outside, you will get only means 10 only, 10 and 0. Okay, so you need to pass, means that is the indentation issue, so you need to pass properly, then even you can pass 100, even you can pass the n number and you will get the output, means any large value also you can pass and you will get the output continuous. Okay, so I will pass the small number only, I need to break this particular thing, and I will pass 10. Okay, 1 minute kuch to issue guys. But you need to take care when you use the while loop. Sometime it will go inside the infinite loop also. Means if you write here x plus 1, the x plus 1 always positive. In that case, it will go infinite, and sometime you need to shut down your PC also. So that you need to take care of those things.
Minus is good, it will finally come to the value.
So you need to use proper logic when you write. X minus 1 is greater than 0. X.
It is 0 minus 1 is minus 1.
Now, but x when it will stop now? If condition is like that 1 is 0, but 0 is greater than 0. No, condition is not satisfied. It will break.
Okay.
It will continuously loop now.
Because the second line will stop at 0.
Thank you. Okay, while loop will stop here. Let me check. 10 interrupted by user. I pass 2 only. Okay, one is the function is last, that is also important part, so that we will discuss, then again we will go for the some analytical part.
That's what it will happen.
Okay. So now I will make one function related thing. 1 minute. Okay.
So we run it, huh? So
Ah,
we get 9. Okay.
9 you will get. Even you can do any addition, means add and many value you can pass and you will get the addition quickly. Multiplication also you can do. Yes. Now I have some data. Just assume that okay 34, 56, 35, 1000. This is the one data. 32, 56, 34. 20. Some data just okay. Now I want to see is there any outlier present or not present. So for that I want to make the one function.
So we give a limitation to find the outlier.
So already we discussed with the help of the box plot we can find out the outlier. Okay, so we will use the same concept and try to okay. So there is a means what you need to do when we talk about the this box plot. What is a box plot? If I quickly make so this is your data set, means this is the box plot, right? You will get this type of the box plot. Okay, so this is nothing but the 50 percentile. This is 25 percentile. This is your 75 percentile. And this is in short you can say Q3. This is nothing but the Q1. This is the Q2. What is the IQR? IQR means you can write the Q3 minus Q1. Okay, now you can calculate the upper extreme. UE means upper extreme, just assume that. How you can calculate? Means if you know the Q3 value, Q3 plus 1.5 IQR. Okay, and here what is the thing? Q1 minus 1.5 IQR. So any value you will get less than this, that is the outlier. Any value greater than this, you will consider as outlier. Okay. So this logic I try to write in one function, and then we will use that particular function. Okay. 1 minute. So now what you need to do, import numpy. With the help of the numpy, we can calculate the percentile, right? So import, I think we already done the numpy, import y. So no need to import again. Okay. So now what is the thing? NP, and there percentile option is available. When you press the tab and go to the P, percentile is available. I want to check what is the 25 percentile for this particular data. That I want to check. Okay. So how you can check? First tell what is the data. This is the data. A means that is the data, and there I want to see what is the 25 percentile. So 1 minute. Why I'm not getting the output? NP dot percentile.
The NP is not defined. So 0.25 or 25.
Mm, 25 percentile. No? NP dot function object is not subscriptable. Okay, I'm sorry. I pass as a square bracket. Now it is a function. Sorry. So 34. 25 percentile is 34.
25 percentile of what? A.
Of A. This data.
Of the whole data which is inside A. So 25 percentile
is 34. Okay, if you want to see 50 percentile, means median 56. Okay, if you want to see 75, okay, 75 is again 56. Okay, now what I need to do, okay, I want to measure 25 and 75, both the value I want. So how you can do both the thing, means this is you can assign as a Q3. Okay, so Q1 and Q3, both the thing I want in the one code only, then only one code only, then also you can write the multiple value, but you need to use the list for multiple value, 25 and 75.
The first one, 25 will go in Q1 and 75 will go in Q3.
Now you can say what is the Q1? Can you show me the Q1 and Q3? It will show both the thing. If you want this both, can you show Q1 and Q3? This is the Q1 and Q3. Okay. So if you have Q1 and Q3, you can calculate the IQR. So what is the IQR? Q3 minus Q1. Okay. So IQR, you need to say, okay, what is the IQR? Can you show? It will show the IQR. Even you can write here also 22. Okay. Now upper fence and lower and upper extreme also you can write. Upper extreme I want. So what is the upper extreme? Q3 plus 1.5 IQR into IQR, right? So what is the UE? You want to see upper extreme, you will get the 89. What is the lower extreme? So that is the, you can say Q1 minus 1.5 star IQR. And what is the lower extreme if I want to see? 1 minute, sorry. Lower extreme is 1. Okay. Now, okay. So this is the, means now I know what is the lower extreme, what is the upper extreme and all thing. Now I want to make one function. So I will write the function. How to write the function? First you need to define. So I will write the define and what the name you want for that particular function. So any name you can give. I will write detect outlier. Any name you can give. Detect outliers, and inside that what I need to pass? I need to pass the data. This is the function. Inside that I will pass the data. Now this data, okay, this particular data. On the basis of this data, I will calculate the Q1 and Q3. So how to calculate the Q1 and Q3? That logic you know, right? Already we calculated. This is the code to calculate the Q1 and Q3. Instead of A, I will pass the data now. This is the function. Instead of A, now what I will pass? Data. Okay. Now, what is the IQR? That also you know. If this is calculated, then what is the IQR? Q3 minus Q1. Okay. What is the means upper extreme? That also you can calculate. UE upper extreme is nothing but what we already I think written. That only I will take. Upper extreme, lower extreme. Okay. Now you need to write the, what you need to write? You need to check this particular condition for each data set, right? Means now I want to say, okay, is there any outlier present or not present? So you need to see, okay, this for each data, I will check the first position data and see, okay, it is fall inside the box plot or outside the box plot. That I need to check. If it is fall outside the box plot, then I will consider as outlier. Okay. So what you need to do now? I will write the for loop because there many data will be present. So what I write for, okay, I in I, even you can write X, Y, anything you can write inside the what? Inside your data. Now it will take the first data, and now what you need to do? In the basis of that, you need to write the if condition. If that particular value, that you can write that particular value is less than or greater than, that is also we can do. Okay, let's try to do that part, or the next we can convert into the that, okay, absolute number also we can, simple only we will write if the value of I is less than lower extreme, then it is outlier. And or one more, we will write or condition. Means any condition satisfy, then I will consider as outlier. Na? So that's why you need to write or. I is greater than upper extreme. This is the condition. So now in that case, what I need to do? Print I. I means that is outlier in that case. And the next what you can do now here, return data. Okay, return there I will pass the data. In return anything you can pass, but here print it will give the idea okay, is there any outlier present or not. This is the one function. Let me check it will work or not. This is the function. Now what you need to do, detect outlier, and here if I pass the a, so what is the outlier? This 2 is the outlier. This 2 is the outlier. This is the return there as it is. I'm passing the data. Here you can pass anything. Return there you can pass anything. But what I'm printing I'm outlier. And you can say outlier is, you can write even as a string, outlier or okay. Now you can see this is the outlier. Okay, 2 time it come because it is a loop. Na, the outlier is, and outliers also I can write. Okay. Now means how we can use the function if is all the thing. Now maybe you able to correlate what we discussed in the previous code.
Both the outliers.
Some means outlier in short you can say.
No, there are two values which has come.
The two actually outlier present in
That's
that.
what, upper extreme and lower extreme.
Yes.
Both. That means that can go little up. What I mentioned data as.
Now data there a I pass na. This is a function. There you can write anything. If you write here x, then here also you need to write x. That x as it is go.
What is this data which you pass to detect outlier?
That is the assumption. Okay, if this is the function, there I required some data. This is the function.
That's my old data that was on while I passing.
Any data you can pass. Here you want means this is the means you write any function na. That function required some data na. So here I return the data. That data.
So detect outliers you're passing a because there you had defined a as these numbers.
A as a data now.
Defining okay yeah.
A is the data here. If you
this
pass.
Data will capture any data.
Any data. This is the dynamic. That's why we means what is the advantage of the function is now no need to write all this thing. Anytime you can use this detect outlier. One time only you need to make this function. Now anytime you require this particular thing, detect outlier, write and pass the data. You will get the output.
So every time when I have a function like this, I have to pass some data to it.
Because I define like that, na, it required the data.
This data is basically integer, float, anything.
Integer, float, numerical data, then only IQR and all calculations.
Integer, okay.
The same type of the function you can write for the on the basis of Z score also. Means you have the data on the basis of the that you can calculate the Z score with the help of the for loop for all data set. If any value is greater than +3, you can consider as outlier. So you can write the logic
for the Z score also.
On the basis of Z score outlier detection. You can write the logic like I written for the. There is a many way to remove the outlier. One is the Z score, box plot. Even you can do the that outlier removal with the help of the many unsupervised machine learning algorithm also people are using now. Because if very large data is available, then you need to go for this machine learning and all.
And this return data which you
return means whatever A I am passing now, the same thing I will return.
So the full A will come.
Full A will become. You can write anything instead of these. I will pass like I.